Hi everyone, and welcome to this new series which I'm calling the Case Files, where we discuss cases which have and might change the landscape of the law. In this episode, I want to talk about Authors Guild versus Google, which was decided in the United States, which has far-reaching implications in the areas of copyright law, especially in this age of machine learning and AI. Let's get started. First, let's look at the facts of the case of Authors Guild versus Google. Google, the world's largest search engine, launched a project in 2004 to digitize millions of books from libraries around the world. The aim was to create a massive digital library accessible and searchable to anyone with an internet connection. But what Google did was scan entire books without the permission of their authors or publishers. So the Authors Guild filed a case against Google in the district court, arguing that this violated copyright law and that it robbed authors of their right to control how their work was used and distributed. Google responded that their actions fell within the definition of fair use. Fair use is a defense provided by the law for unauthorized users of copyright, and Google believed that their actions fell within these authorized use allowed by intellectual property laws. So what was the judgment? The district court decided in favor of Google and said that Google did in fact come within the definition of fair use and therefore they were not violating any copyrights. The judge went on to say that Google's actions of scanning and allowing these books to be available and searchable online was beneficial to the authors. In other words, the judge felt that Google's acts allowed readers to more easily discover these books, therefore promoting more book sales. The judge also said that Google Books provides significant public benefit and that it advances the arts and sciences without negatively impacting the rights of copyright holders. The case was appealed to the Second Circuit in the United States and they agreed with the district court judgment and held in favor of Google. The Second Circuit held that Google's actions of digitizing the books, creating of a search functionality, and displaying snippets of these books are non-infringing fair uses. Finally, the matter was appealed to the Supreme Court of the United States by the Authors Guild. But in 2016, the Supreme Court agreed with the original decision and held in favor of Google. So what's the impact of this judgment? The judgment gives a green light for tech companies to use copyrighted material in the development and training of deep learning algorithms without the copyright holder's permission, on the basis that this does not directly affect the earnings of the individual copyright holder, such as the authors. So this judgment would act as a precedent to allowing the use of not only books, but copyrighted songs, images, and other data in training algorithms without the owner's permission. Now, Google's algorithm is what we call a discriminative model. That is, it uses the training data that is fed into the algorithm to help you find precise answers, like finding the exact book or even the exact page or paragraph of a book you're looking for, or scanning and feeding in famous paintings into an algorithm to train it so that it can help users find an exact painting by searching with a few keywords. The judgment clearly says that this kind of use does not violate copyright. But what about the other type of algorithms? That is, the generative machine learning algorithms. These are algorithms like ChatGPT that will use the data that is fed into it to learn from it and to generate new content based on what it has learned. Does the judgment apply to these kind of algorithms as well? For example, can I feed an algorithm all of the Beatles songs and train it and then use it to generate a song which will sound like it was written by John Lennon or Paul McCartney? Or can I feed all the paintings of a particular artist into an AI algorithm and get it to generate an image in a similar style to what the artist would produce? Is that kind of use also within the fair use exception? The answer, however, is not certain. We will have to wait and see what the courts say about these generative algorithms using copyrighted material for training purposes without the copyright owner's permission. Anyway, that's it for the first episode of the Case Files. Let me know if you like this series where I discuss cases and their impact. Also, be sure to like this episode and subscribe to the channel if you find value in this kind of content. I'll see you in another episode. Take care. Bye.